In this exercise, we have a circle, and we're going to find the length of a diameter, the circumference, and the area of the circle. And when we need it, we'll use 22 over 7 as an approximation for pi. Now, this circle has a radius of 1/8 inch, and the first thing that we want to find is the diameter. And we know that the diameter is equal to 2 times the radius, or 2 times 1/8 inch. And when I do the multiplication, I'll have 2 times 1 over 8, and I'm going to write 8 as 2 times 2 times 2, and this is inches. And I can cancel one factor of 2 in the numerator and in the denominator. So what I have is 1 over 2 times 2, or 1/4 inch, for the length of a diameter of the circle. Now, the next thing that we want to find is the circumference. And we've got two formulas for circumference. One involves the radius and one involves the diameter. And since we started knowing the radius of this circle, let's use the one that involves the radius. That formula is that circumference is equal to 2 times pi times the length of a radius. So we can say that the circumference is equal, we'll say approximately equal, because we're going to use an approximation for pi in this step. 2 times, replacing pi with the approximation of 22 over 7, and then we have the radius, which is 1/8 inch. And multiplying now, in the numerator I have 2 times 22 times 1, or I'm just going to write it as 2 times 22. And in the denominator I have 7 times 8. And I can write 22 as 2 times 11. I want to simplify this fraction now, which is why I'm doing this. I can write 8 as 2 times 2 times 2. And I've got a factor of 2 common to the numerator and the denominator, and I have another factor of 2 common to each. And that's all the simplifying I can do. So in the numerator, I'm left with 11. And in the denominator, I have 7 times 2, or 14. So the circumference of the circle is 11 over 14 inches. And finally, we want to find the area of the circle. And we know that the area of a circle is equal to pi times the length of a radius times the length of a radius. And we're going to use 22/7 again as an approximation for pi, so I can say that the area is approximately equal to 22 over 7 times the length of a radius, which remember is 1/8 inch, times the length of the radius again, another 1/8 inch. And doing this multiplication, 22 times 1 is 22. And in the denominator, I have 7 times 8 times 8. And I have inches times inches, which is inches squared, or square inches. And now I'm going to see if I can simplify this fraction before I carry out the multiplication in the denominator. I can write 22 as 2 times 11. 7 doesn't have a factor of 2, but 8 has a factor of 2. So I'm going to write this first 8 as 2 times 4. And I won't be able to simplify any further, so I'm just going to write the second 8 as an 8. Now I see that I have a 2 common to the numerator and the denominator, so I can remove the factor of 1 in the form of 2 over 2, or we can say that we cancel the 2's. And what's left? In the numerator we have 11, and in the denominator we have 7 times 4 times 8, and when we multiply that out we get 224. So the area is 11 over 224 square inches.